Oh, friends. Hope it doesn't rain. So, regarding that thing where I decided to turn all my voice memos into videos, or at least transcribe the main ideas of them, there are 63 of them, which translates to roughly 8.5 hours. No. And also, a lot of them were pretty mundane, and the majority of them didn't have titles about the topic, so I wouldn't know if they're actually worth listening to. And then I realized a lot of my opinions back then were different from what they are now, so not really even a reason to do it. And today, I did nothing. I forgot the thing I was actually going to talk about. Right, okay. I developed a name. I'm going to change to, on the refresh. I know I haven't mentioned the refresh in a while, because I figured Dusk Demon, I don't really need that. It's hard to say. It's not really anything meaningful. It's something I made a lot long ago. What the hell kind of English was that? But I spent about half an hour developing a name, because my names are very good. Easy to pronounce, easy to spell, looks good when in all lowercase, flows nicely, can't be misinterpreted. Easy to spell, that also means like for even someone young. Has meaning behind it, isn't cringe, and stuff like that. So I put a lot of effort into names compared to something like Twitter being named X. That is terrible. Can be misinterpreted, can be used wrong, is hard to actually formulate into sentences because just saying X is weird. It's just a bad name. There are names that are bad, like Dusk Demon. That is very difficult to say. If I'm trying to say that while talking like this fast, and someone says, "Hey, what's your username?" Dusk Demon 9140. It's just so stupid. So I created a name that is relatively easy to say. The word in between, okay, so I'll just say it. It's Dusk Unite 71. So Dusk, gotta keep the word in. Unite has a sort of mix of meanings. It's sort of like how, three things. Unity in general is good. It unites Dusk and 71. And it's a symbol of how, in this goal for perfection, sometimes you gotta cut corners. In this case, it's the only word that really sounded right, flowed well, and looked decent. But even if it didn't have much meaning behind it, and it's in that sense, it gives it meaning. Although I don't like the full lowercase because it looks like it's some sort of mineral, Duskanite. But whatever, that's still better than Dusk Demon in many ways. And 71, you should know what that means. If you don't, unfortunate. You can ask ChatGPT what the number 71 symbolizes or what it's associated with. Or just look at my PFP and use Google Lens to find out what that is. Or just look up in Google. Anyways, I'm getting off topic. Not that there's a topic anyways. Speaking of which, had some interesting queries on Word the other day. So like scissors, I looked into that. Pretty standard meaning, like pants. And then pair of scissors, we just did that, which made it weird. And we used to say, "Give me a scissors," which was really weird. Anyways, but then I looked into correlation versus relation. Different words entirely, just happens to use the word relation. And I thought correlation was redundant, the relation between two things, but that's kind of what relate means. But no, it just means something different entirely. And then I thought of that because I said the word topic a few seconds ago, like 20 seconds ago. So one of the words I looked into was subject, how you can subject someone to something, but it can also be the subject of a conversation, because it means, I believe, put and, it is, put and to move or to throw. So, to move, to throw, or to put under. The first word is under, and then to put or to throw. So something is like under, I forgot. Just look up the etymology of the word subject. I forgot what it exactly means, but there's a meaning behind it. How you can be subject to something, and something can be the subject of a case. Rose petals. Oh, probably from that rose bush. My left rib is hurting again. It's been hurting a lot lately. I don't know if that's some sort of inflammation thing. No clue. There once was a ship that put to sea. The name of the ship was a... The winds blew up and bowed down. The waves when it was blue. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when our chucking is done, we'll take our leave and go. Staying alive. I don't have a topic for this video, so I'm just yapping. Saying some words. Oh man, my left rib is hurting. But now it's in the more tight way and not the cramp way, so that's better at least. Rose bush again. There's a cat over there. Not sure you can see that, I doubt it. We're gonna approach it. Oh, there's two cats, crap. I won't approach the left one. Are they in a standoff? Actually, two cats over there. Holy crap. A total of 3 cats. Those are chilling. They're laying down. Nope, that one just got up. One of them just ran off. They're in their front porch. Those two just hid. Talk about some pussies. Hiding from everything, aren't they? There's one over there too. Let's get near it. Dun, 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 dun. It's a tuxedo cat. Boop, boop. It's very interesting how extremely quiet it is when I just touch my phone, but so much louder for you. That's fun. Oh, you coming after me now? You coming up behind me? Mm-hmm. Thought you could come up behind me, huh? Thought you sneaky? Nuh-uh. No, I'm always watching my backside. Can't outsmart me. Hoo, ha. I'm Bruce Lee. Jackie Chan. I low-key don't know, like, the difference. I think Jackie Chan's the actor and Bruce Lee's the other guy. I don't know. They're basically the same to me. I want to sprint. I won't sprint, but I want to. The road is wet. I am saying so many mundane things. I could just say anything at this point throughout the video, and you wouldn't know. Especially if you're not paying attention. If you are paying attention, well, I guess you would know. But if you're, like, mostly paying attention, which is enough to figure out what I'm usually saying, like, now it's coherent, so now you can kind of figure out what I'm saying. But by just saying random things, like the road is wet, with the pauses in between. Interesting tires or wheels, like that, and then I just throw something in like, I'm suicidal. I'm not. That was a joke. Don't be suicidal. Being suicidal is stupid. But I could say something like that, and you wouldn't know, would you? Haha. Why is that one torch on the other side? That's weird. Oh yeah. So, weird. Hold on. So, my dad frequently accuses me of being tone deaf or something like that. He claims his musical ear is much better than mine, and he says I'm always off on my note. What did I step in? Why are my steps crunchy? I don't like that. Yeah. But yeah. So I think, am I getting the wrong tone, or hold on, I think I might have the wrong one in my head. Alright, yeah, so he says my tone is off, when I did the Mission Impossible theme. He said I was way off. All right, ready? So here's what I did. Bum, 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 bum. So that's completely off? No, it's not. He just gets so nitpicky. Like, I will be 1-to-1, miss like an A sharp, and then accidentally do a B sharp because I don't give a crap what the notes are. I'm just trying to make the pitch sound correct. And he'll say, I don't know what that song is, man. Like, I'll do something as mundane as doodle-doon, doon, 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 and he will have no clue what that is. Because, that was 210 BPM, not 211. And the 7th note was a B sharp minor flat, a rise octathorpe, hold the pickles and sausages. Like, and he'll have no clue. And then he'll go like, oh, you were trying to do, and then he'll do it himself, and it's exactly what I did. And he said, no, that was completely different. No, you did not do that. As I mentioned in my video, influences, he frequently thinks he's correct when he's not. And he will not claim that he is wrong, because he is always correct, and I'm always wrong. And I have a bad ear and bad eyes and a bad nose, and he's better than me in every way. Because everyone knows that. Everyone knows, so the sign is wobbly. Interesting. Let's walk a little down here. I've never taken you down here. Might as well. I'll show you the cul-de-sac. Cul-de-sac is spelled weirdly, in case you aren't aware. Look up the spelling of cul-de-sac if you don't know it. In fact, if you don't know it, like how you don't know how to spell cul-de-sac, think about it before you look it up. It's like, okay, C-O-U-L, cul-de, and you can't spell it. And then you look it up and you realize the spelling is stupid. Because it's like French or something. It is cul-de-sac. Ew, Corolla Cross. That's disgusting. Crosses are always disgusting. What the hell is that? It's not it's a RAV4. If you were to look at that and you didn't know what it was, and you said, yeah, it's a Corolla. No, it's not. It's a fucking RAV4. Like, what are we on? Crosses are not crosses. They are SUVs, and anyone who thinks otherwise is stupid. Hands down. That's like objective. It's not a cross, it's a RAV4. Frickin' A. That's why I hate seeing them on the road. Oh, they're stupid. I haven't been down here in a while. Yeah, Mazda 3. Yeah, actually I haven't been down here in, like, Lord, I never walked down here, I don't know, months? Maybe like half a year. Been a while. At the very end is my ex-friend's house. He moved out only recently, like last year. First place he went to was somewhere in Florida, and then now he's in the Philippines, I think. That's the house of Riley, and then that is the house. No, wait. One of those houses is the house of Riley as well. Wait, no, that's the house of the first Riley, of one of the Riley. No. Wait, why do they have a basketball hoop? Crap, Riley has a basketball hoop. That's Riley's house. I think. Yes, that's Riley's house, and the other Riley lives a couple houses down there. And look, wall. So we can walk along the wall. This fence was installed because someone complained about kids going up into this. And then you have the sewage drain. Wow. As a kid, I used to have fun jumping down onto that. Now I can literally step onto it. That's crazy. The question is, can I step back up onto it? Like, just low-key walk up. Let's see. Maybe not the right side, but the lower side. Nope, not really. Got to do a little sort of boost with my back foot. Oh, but yeah. Sure did a lot of stuff down there. Lots of memories. Most of them weren't that good. There's a rabbit buried here. A rabbit died, and everyone around there, all the kids in the cul-de-sac are friends. buried a rabbit right here somewhere. So that's kind of crazy. Used to ride around on bikes and scooters in this section right here doing tricks. You know, skipping over, dropping down or up the curb, riding the ramp. I think I used to try and jump to that white part, but I could never do it. Obviously, that's not hard of a jump now. One of these friends, or houses, I think that one, was the house of someone named, I will not remember that 100%, but I met him like 3 or 4 times. I knew very little about him. We had one weird game in common from the Xbox 360. It was a 3D, but in a 2D perspective motorcycle game where you can customize levels. That's all I knew. He came to my house, did that one thing that one time. Nothing else about him. If I heard his name, I would know it. But dang, yeah, he's just that, like this the tiny side character that appears in a show for 2 minutes. The voice actor is just one of the people writing the show because they wouldn't want to buy someone for the 3 minutes of voice acting they do. Yeah, I've not been down here in a while. I suppose you can call it memory lane. Oh, then you have these people, still friends with those people, and Devesh and Brian, all those people over there, across from my house. Can't remember which houses are whose. This is one of the houses. But yeah, a bunch of people there. That's Vincent and other people's houses. Luigi and someone else. Can't remember many of their names. But yeah, it's a big friend group, really. People at the end of the cul-de-sac, people right here, and the people across from my street and a little further down. No one else really. That was kind of it. And obviously me used to be part of that, but as mentioned in the document called My Mind, which is in the Scribes of Dusk, and as I've mentioned before, I wasn't aware that my friends were holding me back and I didn't fit in with them, which is why I always struggled with them, so not really associating with them anymore. By not really, I mean completely not associating with them anymore, and haven't been for the past like 2 years or more. So yeah, pretty cool the way the light is reflecting onto that car. Looks like it has a body panel or something. Oh Lord, I could just go into all this and talking about people who used to live here. There's Luke, little boy I used to play with. That sounds, God, it sounds like that one wrestling clip of, I love to play with little boys. No, wait. But yeah, had fun. How do I word this? Jesus Christ. He was a kid I used to hang out with isn't really the right term. I'll go to his driveway and entertain him, I guess, yeah. Another Riley that used to live in that house right there, or no, one of the houses, she was kind of annoying. She was always trying to be bossy. Literally at one of my ex-friend's birthday parties in the house, cutting the cake, she literally wanted to cut the cake instead of, the birthday kid or his parents. It's like, ooh, I want to cut it. Like, she was annoying. So yeah, Riley, and Riley. It's fun. One of the Rileys went to my school. Actually, 2 of them went to my school. One of them was much older, though. I think he was like a year or 2 older than me. The other one's my grade. Still quite recall what she looks like, honestly. She has a sister. Don't know her name. Oh, yeah. Okay, wow. I actually had a lot of, I can't call them friends, neighbors that I hung out with on occasion. Strangely more than I recall. And weirdly enough, for as often I was around certain amounts of them, I didn't know their names. I knew Nassim and Beckley and Campbell and Jed and Vincent and Luigi and Nivesh and Brian and Lucky, and let's see if I can get one more before I end the video. Come on. I have no clue what that kid's name is, or her, or him, or anyone else. Justice. Yes, he was one of them. Haha, I got one of the names. He was kind of a jerk, though. Kind of like a half jerk, you know? But anyways, hope you enjoyed. Not sure why you enjoyed that. I think this is one of the longest walk and talks ever, at least one of the longest outdoors. Maybe aside from the candy one. I don't know how long that one was. Hope you enjoyed. I have to stall for 5 more seconds. God bless you. As always, adios, my amigos and amigas, and I don't speak Spanish, and bye.